Hi, I'm ChellyBadger, and today we're going to be playing This is the Police Pew Pew, which is supposed to be an adventure strategy game that deals with the corruption in a large city while you play as a police chief that tries to police the other officers and deal with the crimes of the city as well as pressing at your morals on a much deeper sense because of all the corruption going on with connected officers and higher ups. It sounds very interesting. I loved seeing the artwork in the previews. So let's play. Day 1, July 15th, Monday. Oh, here we go. So we are in the city of Freeburg. And let's see here. Mayor Rogers, sex maniac. City Hall confirms rumors of Jack Boyd's resignation. And Mark War 2 to be shown in Freeburg the day before the worldwide premiere by the mayor's personal request. All right, let's go to town. Vroom, 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 vroom. I ain't gonna get a car. It's taking a bit to start up there, guy.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away.
That's a nice thing to say during bedtime.
Yesterday I turned 60. But I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am.
Okay.
The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher.
Like all the sound effects.
This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine.
Well, this took a...
But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. And I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them.
Okay.
I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin?
Good question.
Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
All right. Well, that took an unexpected turn already. So, good morning. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? Should I say surprise? The mayor discussed it with me? I've been expecting this bullshit from the mayor, or what's the difference? Well, it sounds like he was surprised because he's pretty mad. So I'm gonna go okay and be like, surprise. Do you know the name of your successor? Who cares? After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy Francis Kendrick said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? No way. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? I don't know. Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? Possibly. It's often difficult to say what guides policy decisions.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick. As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
Bam! Damn, get him, Jack. Get him.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime
you
soon.
should still set money aside. It seems like a very bad plan. Just saying. Ah!
180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me.
Sounds like a threat.
I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
I'll call him just to spite you.
I'll do my best.
Rude. So rude.
And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
This guy's a jerk. I don't like you. I don't like you, Mr. Rogers. Oh, that sounds weird. Whoa! Hello!
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself,
Oh!
Troy Starr.
That's my Jack. That's my Jack. 1 point for Jack. No points for you. All right. Day 2, July 16th, Tuesday. Let's see here. Civil servants' wages won't be raised this year. Head of Culture Department owns villa in Italy. Jack Boyd confirms police cooperation with the mafia. Vroom, vroom. Vroom, 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 vroom. Get that car started, Jack. You need to work on
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners.
I like
Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts.
Sheesh.
My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Alrighty. So, would you like to receive tips about how the game works? Normally I'd be like, I don't know. But since I have no idea what the hell I'm doing with this, I will say, show me what you've got. Freeburg PD organizes upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. All officers and detectives possess several important characteristics. Professionalism, right here, shows the overall efficiency level of your policemen. A figure around 150 is considered average. Whoa, so this guy is like really professional, like professional of the professionals. Any policeman who falls short of this mark is not entirely reliable, while those whose professionalism is considerably higher than average are a safe bet, even in a pinch. Okay, and it can rise and fall throughout their career. Energy shows how tired your policeman is. The less energy your people have, the less reliable their work, and a policeman who is exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel or make a critical error on the job. Makes sense. Your employees don't tell you everything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For instance, some cops are lazy and will come up with any reason they can think to take the day off, while others like to drink too much. I'm guessing this guy's a little bit of, the latter, judging by this. You can only guess about these things, but you should be able to draw your own conclusions based on the behavior of your employees. Okay, so either this guy likes to, hit a little bit of the booze, or he is an avid bottle collector. Could be a thing. Don't judge. Don't judge. All right, let's start the day. Hey, wait. Looked like a detective was named Mole. You can't trust moles. Except for the animals. They're cute. Here we go. Ooh. Oh. Hey, I like music. Responding to calls is the bread and butter of police work. You'll need to send your officers to the crime scene before the timer expires. A mark on the map shows where the call came from. The farther away the destination is from the police station, the longer it will take your officers to travel back and forth. All right. Everyday Mall, which would be hilarious if it was closed on Sundays. The easiest way to determine how difficult the task might be is to check how many units you're allowed to send on the call. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threat. Particularly risky missions give you the option of sending SWAT? That's so cool! But they must be accompanied by at least one officer. The number of slots is not the only thing to consider. Any available information from location of the crime, presence of the weapons, and so on, all of this can tell you how seriously each case should be taken. A mission might look simple at first glance until it turns out into a brutal meat grinder. Alrighty, I like that, brutal meat grinders. Hit and run. A married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot back over a homeless man who'd been digging through a trash can. The driver jumped out to help, but once he saw that he'd hit a bum, he got back in the van and quickly drove away. What a jackass. Alright, so since it was a hit and run, it doesn't sound like... God damn, this music though. But since it doesn't sound like he was armed, he ran over someone on accident and did the douchebag route and drove off, we're not going to pick one of these top guys, because you see the little thing of professionalism? I want to keep those guys for whatever big situation pops up, if all possible. So I'm going to pick, well, I don't want to use Price. Look at this person. What does she even do all day? Like, is she just like drinking coffee and eating donuts, just sitting like in the back of like the maintenance closet or something? How do you have 5? Girl! Alright, we're gonna do Austin and Asano. Proceed! Go! Go Austin! Go Asano! Oh, it's a fight! A theater manager reports that during a showing of Citizen Kane, good movie, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theater carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with a theater security guard. Alright, it sounds a little unruly. We'll send you, Tsubaki, and I guess we have to pick Purdy because I do not want to put Price in there. I don't trust you, Price. I don't trust you. I'll put you for like someone ran into a mailbox or something. Oh, anybody? Days just going by now? Nothing? Ooh. Well, those horror games made me jumpy when I hear thunder. Oh, the report on the hit and run at the mall. When everything goes well, the police capture the criminals and nobody dies. Yeah, that tends to be a pretty good thing. But the truth is, sometimes the criminals manage to escape. Just try to avoid any dead cops or civilians. Dead cops will hurt your roster, and dead citizens bother the mayor even more than living ones. That sounds like not really why I was not wanting dead citizens. It was more, because of the loss of human life. But, also make the mayor not upset. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Yeah, and their professionalism went up. So, wait. Now we wait. Oh. Report on the fight. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. So, wait. Yeah. Two. Going right. I feel like it's not always going to end that way, though. Uh-oh. Armed robbery. See, now this is the stuff. Here we go. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off with their whole collection of adult movies. The criminals fled in a car, but the store manager wrote down the car's license plate. The owner is one Janet Brown, who lives in the suburbs. Oh, right. So, they're teenagers, but teenagers can be impulsive, and they have a shotgun, which means they are armed and dangerous. So now I'm going to send in these higher guys. Because I'm definitely not sending Price in there. Are you kidding me? You should probably just, eat some snacks and watch the adult movies with them or something. Just chilling there. All right. Another fight. A brother and sister clashed with each other over their deceased father's will. According to one of their lawyers, we don't separate them, and our we don't dare separate them, and our security guard is off duty tonight. Okay. Well, okay. I really feel like I should be using Price, but I just don't like her. Is there a way I can fire her? She just doesn't seem good. No, I'm gonna put these guys, because I don't want to send her out there. I feel like she's just gonna ruin things. She's just gonna sit around and wait and not police. In the ghetto. A passerby saw some teenagers attack an elderly musician, then run away with his guitar and his money. Man, all these teenagers are little assholes, but I guess that kind of is what teenagers can be like. I mean, I was kind of an asshole as a teenager, so I guess I can't say anything. So, I will send in Purdy and Tsubaki. Damn, Purdy, you party. Bye, Purdy. Bye, Tsubaki. It's for real, not for play. When your cops aren't sure how to proceed, they might contact you and ask you to handle the situation. That sounds really frightening. Try to deal with whatever comes up, but don't waste all of your time on this stuff. You have plenty of other problems on your plate, I'm sure, especially with that guy with the white polo shirt and the shorts and the socks and the... Well, wouldn't you be terrified of eating literally anything in that much white? It's like Stain City. The vehicle in question is parked right outside the Brown residence. The sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the living room window. You would think they'd at least not want to blare up the porn. Makes it a little noticeable. Just saying. So, should we sneak into the house through an open window, turn on the siren and loudspeaker and shout that the house is surrounded, or knock on the door and say, "Open up, police"? Well, I'm going to scratch out the sneak into the house through an open window, because that kind of sounds like you're just asking to get shot. And also, I'm not sure if that's technically illegal. I mean, don't you need a warrant, or is it not a warrant when you've been chasing them? It's probably not a warrant when you need to. I obviously don't know a lot about the law. But, okay, scratching that one out, because either way, it's just asking to get killed. So we can either turn on the siren and loudspeaker and shout that the house is surrounded, or knock on the door and tell them to open it up. I don't want to do the knock on the door because, again, they are armed. So what's going to happen? They're going to just be like, oh, hey, police officer, how you doing? What's up? What's going on? Can you hurry? I'm kind of in the middle of, jerking it. Could you help, get this process going a little quicker by not being here? So, no, we're not going to do that. We'll do the loudspeaker. That sounds safer. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Okay. So now we wait for more crime to happen. Oh. Let's see, the fight. Oh, offender escaped. Damn. Oh, no! They got -10 on their professionalism. Damn, they need to, catch up on their running skills so they can, outrun this guy and then, whoosh, get on top of him and be like, this is the police. Okay. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Hooray! Purdy's getting purtier by the second. Oh, it's the end of the day. Woohoo! We did a great first day so far. I am happy. If you think you'll need a couple of extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime. But if they're working flat out, they'll be much more exhausted. Somebody's bound to make a mistake. That's true. We don't want that, because according to the mayor, that would be bad for publicity. But also for their lives. Okay, now, is it just me, or does this kind of strike you weird that a detective would be named Mole? Like, I mean, normally when I think mole, like a person-wise, I'm not thinking of the cute little animal. I'm thinking of, like the person that's like telling bad people other things. I don't trust you, Mole. I don't trust you. I don't know. I kind of trust this guy. He reminds me of like Vincent Price, so I'll trust him. But okay. So that was shift B. Oh man, Van Dahl. I want to rename him Van Dam because it kind of looks like Van Dam. And I mean, what's not cooler than a guy who has a curse word for a last name? Also, Birch and Birch Jr. We got a father and son team up, and apparently they don't suck when it comes to professionalism. Awesome. All right, end of day.
Used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years, he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point, every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
Yeah.
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with.
Okay.
How much are you looking to earn?
Earn?
$500,000.
Whoa.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
Then why not $1 million?
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you.
What's that even mean?
And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand.
Sounds gritty.
Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price.
They hung him.
In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it.
To get the message across.
Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Yeah, no
Jack,
kidding.
please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
Why would you want
We
to be?
agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Good, you go, Jack. That's good. Stand your ground. All right. Francis Kendrick announces retirement date. Construction of Cinema Museum postponed again. And legendary singer Gennaro Crespo comes to Freeburg. All right. So I'm going to end it here for now, but I really like how this is going. I like the little side story that's going on while you play the game. And I like being able to control the different police officers and figure out which one should go where at what point in time. I hear that the storyline gets a lot darker, and so do even the crimes. And there's supposed to be some mystery times where you get to bring in the detectives and have them solve some clues and crimes for you. Sounds pretty fun. So, if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button down below, and feel free to subscribe and be a badger. I'm ChellyBadger, and I will see you next time. Bye!